Hi, I'd like to share a story that has changed my life in the last few months. It's a business story which happened about 7 months ago here in Hungary, where I live. And I went on a website called ingatlan.com, which is the biggest Hungarian real estate portal. And I typed in yoga retreat center. I mean, it's very rare to find a retreat center that's for sale and that's in good condition. But anyway, I typed in retreat center with a big room, a big yoga room. And I found something in Siófok, which is basically, it's next to the Hungary's largest lake, which is basically the second largest lake in Europe. It's a beautiful lake here in Hungary. And there were prices of $1 million, $500,000, $700,000 for an entire building with a huge yoga center, yoga room. And there was one place which was less than $300,000. So this was in Tangud, where I have my Dolphin Heart Retreat Center for a few months now. And I was thinking $300,000 compared to the other $1 million homes and places that were for sale. I was wondering, there must be some kind of trick in this. So I had a look at this place, and as the owners left, the real estate agent was still there. We had a small chat, and then she goes, "Peter, what do you think? No one really buys anything here. This is countryside." She knew I was not from the countryside. So this is countryside, and the owners haven't got a bid in the last year. So I said, look, I was already starting to bargain. So I said, look, I was thinking of 70-something million, I told her. So 70-something million is like $200,000, $250,000. And what I actually thought was 79 million forints. So the next day she told the owners that my offer is 70 million because she was happy to get an offer at all. So the owners came back the same day and they said 72 million. So it was funny. And I said, wow, if they went down so fast in one day, and I didn't even really make an official offer, I just said I was going to think about it, look around. And like, wow, then there must be some kind of catch. The heating system, the kitchen, there must be something, the water pipes. So what happened was, I said 72, okay, I'll think about it, I'll still look around. And then a few days passed and I said, okay, 65 million. So I was being very cheeky. And what happened was I got to buy it for 69 million. So at the time of sale, when we went to the lawyer's office to sign the contracts, then there were 6 copies of the contract, 2 for my accountants, 1 for my company, and 3 for the lawyers and the 2 sellers. And the interesting thing was that as soon as I signed the first copy, I had 5 left. The owner said, Peter, sorry, I've kind of forgot to tell you something. And I was like, oh man, now is the time. Now he says something. Now is the time he tells me why this was cheap. This was a good offer. So I put the contract to the side, thinking that if he says something really bad, I'm going to tear it up. So I put it to the side, and I said, okay, yeah, please go on, tell me. I was like horrified. I was like, oh, okay, I might even just tear it up and leave the whole lawyer's office. And he was, Peter, I forgot to tell you that I've had problems with the neighbor, but it should be fine. It should be fine for you, but it was only me that has had problems with the neighbors. And I'm like, well, you knew that the main reason I purchased this was to rent this out for retreats and yoga and people, where 30, 50 people can come. And he goes, yeah, I know. But I'm so sorry. I just had problems with the grandmother, the neighbor, who has been really tough on us lately. She even called the cops on us sometimes because there were noises after midnight. So I paused for a minute there. I didn't say anything. I was still listening to his story. I said, okay, this is 100% his version. It's the way he sees his relationship with the neighbor, which is not blossoming. And I said, this is 100% on him. What I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on, even if what he says is kind of true, if I focus on that 1%, so if the neighbors, if I see the heart, the good, that 1% in the neighbors, then that's the only thing that I'm going to communicate. That's the only thing that's going to reflect back to me. So the 1% of good and the pure heart, that will be 100% that comes back to me. So I purchased the property. It's called Dolphin Heart, or Delfin Siv in Hungarian, the Dolphin Heart Yoga Center, which is now on booking.com and on many portals. And what I've realized, what I've practiced is if my thoughts, if my actions and my communication towards the neighbor is pure, the intentions are clean and pure, the energy is pure, then I will receive, it's like a mirror. I will get back 100% of pure light, of positivity, of a good relationship between the two of us. And that's what happened. The first group that went there, I told them, guys, don't be late, don't be loud after 11 p.m. Obviously, if I were living there, I wouldn't like to be my neighbor. I wouldn't like my neighbor to be noisy after 11 p.m. That's obvious. So after 11 p.m., don't be noisy. And the neighbor was so friendly. She actually came over and she has lots of chickens, horses, pigs, cattle, whatever. And we're talking about 2 huge acres of land. They own 3 acres, I own 1 acre of land, plus this yoga retreat center. And she came and offered eggs for free for the first group that actually stayed there, a Baha'i group. And then they said, Peter, wow, this neighbor is so friendly. We also cooked some food for them. The lady came over and the lady gave us some eggs and other food. I said, wow, this truly is working. I didn't really believe it myself. This truly is working. What the previous owner said is only his reflection. It's his viewpoint. It's his energy towards the neighbor. It has nothing to do with mine. So I'm in really good terms with the neighbor now. Every day she's been coming over to my place. I've been coming over to her place, where we have a harmonious relationship. And it's really that 1%, even in life, if we focus on that 1% out of pure love, our thoughts and our actions, our communication is pure, then from the 1%, 100% will come back pure light. It's been such an amazing thing that I'd like to cherish throughout the rest of my life. It's something very special. Yeah, so Jesus had a story in the Bible where Jesus and his disciples were walking down a road, and the disciples said, oh, look at that filthy, disgusting dog. That's a dead dog that's by the road. It's so smelly, rotten. The animals have already eaten some of the meat. It's muddy, filthy. And Jesus goes closer and he goes, guys, wow, look at the beautiful teeth. I've never seen such pure white teeth from a dog. How beautiful. And the same thing there, if you focus on that 1% goodness, then that will be our 100% in our daily lives. And it is possible. It's not easy. We have to be patient. We have to accept the light, accept the love inside. But it is possible. We can focus only on the 1%, because 100% of that will be reflected upon our lives. If you like this video, please subscribe. Please write if you'd like me to talk about any other topics. I'm really happy you guys listened to the end of this video. If you have any questions or want to come to one of our free meetings here in Eastern Europe, just please write us on Dolphin Heart or delfinsiv.com. And have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye.